वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। जो वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। योग वशिष्ठ निर्वाण प्रकरण उत्तरार्ध second half, and we are discussing on the story of the golden rock. It is yet being continued. We have not been able to complete it yet. It will go on. It will go on. We were just discussing last day whatever Vasistha ji narrated to Ram. The end of the story was nothing but only some imaginary thought process. And this story on this golden rock is nothing but your universe where we are in. Our universe is called Hiranyagarbha, the golden womb. The same thing is narrated as a story somewhere in the corner of the sky, and there was some stone, and where Vasistha ji saw some beautiful universe, and it was about to be dissolved, and how he came out of the rock and he saw everything, the dissolution process, he saw everything in detail. He explains how one starts thinking, and all these stories were nothing but only his thought process. He was thinking in this way. Once he wanted to find out some solitary place, and he was searching for it in the sky because he could not find it on the earth plane. Everywhere it is full of noise and busyness of beings running and doing something hither and thither, just restless world. And he wanted to have little solitary place somewhere where he can meditate calmly. So he was searching in the infinite sky. Somewhere he found some little solitary place, and there he started meditating, and in the end he saw some, he heard some sound, unseen sound, and he was searching for the person, for the source where from the sound came, and he found at last some celestial lady, and then the lady took him to the stone, so-called stone, and she could made Vasistha ready to see the universe inside. Both of them, they entered into that world, and story we have seen how it happened. All these are nothing but mental process, only thoughts. How, when one thinks like all these, whatever we think, of course, as an ordinary person, of course, it takes time to get it done. Whatever we think, it never occurs then and there, and it takes some time to take a form. But Vasishtha being a great yogi, a great jnani, whatever he was thinking, he was able to see all those in names and forms. And we can say he was meditating on the mind only, his own mind, which was nothing but the thought process of the universe. The universe means the universe where we are in. And Vasistha is. It is nothing somewhere away from us, some universe somewhere in the corner of the sky. We are also in the corner of the sky. What is the meaning of corner of the sky? The sky is so infinite that it is beginningless, endless, all-pervading, where there is how to say what is the meaning of some corner of the sky. There is no meaning. Some words we have to use. So somewhere he saw some universe. It was his mental projection only, nothing else. So he was, just when he came down from the level of samadhi to his mental state, he was started thinking on the universe. And he saw it a little away from his own personality, because whatever we see our thoughts outside us, isn't it? Inside means inside the body. Body, we think, I am the body, and all our internal fourfold mind and your intellect and all these prana, etc., it works inside, and whatever we see outside, it is the projection of our thought process outside, and we see only our inner thoughts outside, just as we see our own self in the form of reflection outside in the mirror. It is really not outside, it is your own reflection. You see it inside the mirror. There is no inside or outside the mirror, because it is a opaque surface. The light gets reflected, and the reflection you see. That's all. In this way, whatever we see outside is our thought process, inner thought process, which is projected out. And we think it is outside because of the body thought. Body is limited, it has got some limitation, and that's how we see something outside and something inside. Really speaking, there is nothing There is no meaning of outside and inside. No meaning at all. This way, when we see, we can just say, Vasistha was thinking in his mental level about the universe, and whatever he thought over, that he could see with form and names, and that was the constitution of the universe. Whether it is one or many, that has got also no meaning. Because one or many we understand by the term of space, time and differences, situations. When we see the difference between two objects, then only we have some idea of time and space and conditions and differences. There will be gaps, and then we relate each other and compare each other, and then we have some transaction with these objects. That is our life system. So, all these we can see only by the terms of time, space and differences, all these. And really speaking, with a total all-round vision, if one sees, there is no time, there is no space, there is no differences, everything is one and the one alone, which appears to be many because of our limited thought waves. This is the essence of all the scriptures, and so also the story of golden dog. Nothing but some thought process, and that appears to be there because Vasistha's thoughts are so solid, so powerful. That means they are so undisturbed and one-pointed thoughts. That's how he could see all those. Whether he sees or not, whatever he explained to Rama, whether he saw it there or not, that is not our question. Our question is how this thought process starts in a person and it goes on multiplying, and when it takes forms, it becomes the universe, creation. And the creator, the first thinker is the creator. One thought starts multiplying and they take some forms, that is called creation. And the same way, when he is exhausted, then comes all those thought process, means there will be time differences and so space, time, everything, and there will be some particular way of thought process that will be the controlling or the system of the creation. That means in sequence how the thought process goes on. And in the same process, when the time comes, that means thought process is enough, it has ended being in existence for some time. It ends, that is called dissolution, and that ends in the same process back to the source. All these are the essence of creation and its dissolution. Simple theories. Simple theories. Only thoughts.
How do I believe that I am that first thinker?
Whether you believe or not, thoughts, you cannot deny the thoughts. Whatever you think, your universe is there within your thought process.
But how do
There
I
is no question of believing or not believing. Can you disbelieve your thoughts? Can you disbelieve your mind and yourself? How can you? And after all these analytical studies, we came to this consequence. Thought process when takes some forms, it is called creation. And we take it for reality. But it is nothing but strong thought process which is never disturbed, which manifests with a name and form. That's all. And they will have relation with each other, that is the creation, and creation, all these, the process, and it's a transaction, it is relations, that is called relative world. What else you need to believe or not believe? These are only thoughts. Can you deny your thoughts? Can you be without a thought even for a moment? How can you disbelieve or how can you argue against it? Nobody can. Then you no question of arguing or anything. This is simple theory. Anybody, a small child can agree to it. Is there anybody without thinking? Thinking is called action. When thoughts are repeated again and again, they take the form of speech. Speech repeated again and again take the form of action, and action repeats again and again. That is our habit, our character, our life. Who can deny this? How can you deny?
But Swamiji,
When you deny, you think something and then deny.
but maybe like you said, are we just a creation of Vasistha or everyone is Vasistha?
Everyone is a Vasistha because a thinker. Nobody can be as a person without thinking. And that is what we have seen. We have been discussing all the time. You are nothing but your thought process. One thought starts becoming many, and those thoughts, when gets repeated, it becomes your personality, your desires, your attachment, your relations, and this is your life. What else? Everybody, whether it is a human being or a bird or animal or plants or insects, anybody. Everybody has some mind, some movement. That movement is nothing but action, and every action will have reaction. Everywhere, everybody sees it. There is no question of proving it or believing it. No question. Simple truths are accepted by not only human beings, by every being. One has to accept it. You have a life, and your life is so. Your action and reactions, and your getting something and losing it. What else? Come on. Even an ant is running day and night to fulfill its desires. Huh? Even a butterfly flies only to fulfill its desire. Who can deny? How can you deny it? This is called life. Life is nothing but a thought process. And one thought becomes many. Just as so many times we have seen and discussed it, one seed becomes many in the process of time, situations, space, conditions, changes. One seed becomes many in the course of time. That is called action has reaction. What else? Action has reaction. All these are simple truths. Any fool, any Tom, Dick and Harry can accept it.
Well, Swamiji, like this is okay, life is a thought process, and when we see like one person dies, his thought process is over, his life is over. But what we call earth, this world, that
World is this only. You are dead means your thoughts are yet continued. Death, what do you mean by death? Death is not the end of life. Huh? Many are dying every day, every moment, and many are being born again, taking birth or dying. This is a common process going on. This is called the world. How can you say you are dead means the world ends?
that's what I'm saying. Swamiji, there must be some other collective power which is holding.
Nothing. That is collective power. That's all. Huh? If one citizen dies, the government never ceases to be. Government is there. It will run for 5 years. Within 5 years, how many persons take birth and die? How many new voters come forward? And how many voters, old voters die? The government is going on. So this is how Vasistha saw all these, and he was just explaining what he was thinking and what he was able to see practically because he was a great yogi. His thoughts were solid thoughts. He saw all those thoughts in form, and that was his story of the golden rock. And in the end, he was narrating everything to Rama, how he could think over the universe. In the very beginning, we saw he had experience of his ego. First, there should be the experience of ego, which was there, but there was no experience of ego. I, when starts experiencing itself as some identity, then it has to go on multiplying or go on moving. That is called the process starts, and then comes all these fourfold mind, chitta, because it goes on thinking all these in that term, it becomes chitta, and intellect which decides everything, what it is, how it is, where it is. That is called intellect, and common process is called mind, and the momentum given to all these is called prana, the energy, vital energy, and all these parts of the body which is nothing but an instrument, and it is managed by these thought waves. This is how the manifestation is, the universe is. And Vasistha gave it in a sense, in summary, and he explained to Rama, first of all, when he saw this creation, in the very beginning, he saw himself as the earth. Earth. Earth means solid form. And in the earth, what all he saw, all these mountains, rivers, and those animals and planet, all these trees and bushes, and all these he saw in his own body, which he identified as the earth. And all over the earth, he explained everything. I felt myself as the earth. That is what we discussed yesterday. What you think continuously, ceaselessly, for long time without changing it, that is called sanyam or continued samadhi, and there that thought becomes a total thought which sees everything within it. Just as we think our body, body is nothing but a whole total form of a group, a village. Body is taken as a village of senses. Indriya grama, this body is nothing but a village of senses or village of elements. Bhuta grama and the villager, the head of the village is I, that identity as body, whole body. And when he thinks of his body, first of all, he have to see it solidly. So it is solidity is called earth. And of course then he will feel himself as water substance, means the liquid form of the five elements, liquidity. Of course, before that there will be the fire aspect of the five elements. So in this way he feels himself as the solid body, and that body is nothing but identity of the earth. I felt myself as earth, and inside the earth means the outer portion of the earth, just as we see small hairs and skin, some roots in the hair root, some minute holes, and some color of the skin, and some nerve system inside it, and some senses in the body, different parts of the body. Similarly, the earth also will have all these parts, and as a body of earth, Vasistha narrated all those beautifully how the mountains, rivers, and all these animals and those farmers and all those business people, they are running here and there on the earth, and everywhere something is going on, and beauty and ugliness and all those aspects what we see, he has narrated it in shortcut. All these we saw, Vasistha ji explained to Rama. What did he say yesterday? यह दृश्य अपरिज्ञात चेतन मात्र रूप है. Whatever he saw, it was nothing but unlimited awareness only. Awareness, that knowledge, I am, the feeling of the I, awareness, that took the form of all these earthly bodies. चेतन मात्र रूप है और चेतन को परिज्ञान हो जाने पर तो कुछ भी नहीं है. If you are aware of your awareness, then there is no change in the awareness. That's how you don't see the names and forms and all these activities. You are aware of your awareness. I am, that's all. When you forget that for a time, you forget your awareness, then only you see all these differences in awareness, that is called different names and forms, and all these creatures over you. तत्व का ज्ञान हो जाने पर, सुन रहे तो थोड़ा बोल देना इसको, क्या नाम, नहीं, हमारे अरे लड़की परवा को बोलना स्वामी जी के लिए वो फाइल तैयार कर रखना जो जमीन का, हाँ पूरा. तत्व का ज्ञान हो जाने पर तो तत्व वस्तु ही इसका स्वरूप बन जाता है. और हे भद्र, इसका मैं दीर्घ काल से उपदेश दे रहा हूँ और आप उसे सुनते नहीं, सुनते भी हैं, और फिर आप क्यों प्रबुद्ध नहीं होते? क्या कहे वो? What did he say? He is accusing Rama. I have been telling this continuously. Continuously I am telling, when your awareness is disturbed, when your awareness is disturbed, then only you see differences in awareness, that is called time and space and names and forms. When you अरे उसको बंद कर दो यार, जो खिड़की, हाँ वहाँ ला करते हैं. साउंड प्रूफ बना रखे हैं हमारे जगह हल। चलो वहीं जाएंगे, वाला करने दो इन लोगों को। So Vasistha ji is telling, "O Ram, I have been telling it continuously. When you are aware of your awareness, that means your being, you are, then there is no world, there is no thought, there is no manyness, there is no process, nothing is there. You are there. You are everything. You only exist as existence. And when you little get unaware of your awareness, just as when I close my eyes, I think of my body, I feel the whole body. But the moment I open my eyes, I don't see the whole body at a time. I see the parts of the body. You cannot see the whole body at a time as full body. You have to see your body in parts by parts. Either your hands or fingers or your, say, legs or belly, whatever. You see the parts of the body, and parts means one changes into the other, then only you see everything in numbers, not as one. Different numbers. You see the hand will have different parts. The moment you see one, it divides itself into many. The hand will have the arm and elbow and wrist and everything. The palm and the fingers. The moment you see the finger, one finger, it will have phalanges, it will have different parts. So one cannot be seen as a one, but it can be experienced as one, which is only steadiness. The steadiness is disturbed means the balance is imbalanced means one becomes many. That is the world process. How many times, 100 times we have been discussing the same thing. When balance is misbalanced, it appears to be many. It creates differences, and the difference only becomes imbalanced. And that's how one appears as many. The same water becomes so many waves, so many bubbles. Same water, one water only. Water is one, water cannot be divided. But yet we see manyness in the water. We see the body in parts, not as a full whole body. So this process you have to understand. When you forget the one awareness, then that awareness appears as disturbed, and that becomes one in many, many in one. That is the cause of our illusion, our misunderstanding, our not knowing the reality. We don't see the reality because of these movements, this unawareness means all these disturbed process. It is everywhere disturbed. Disturbance is called change. Only language differs, but process or the meaning is same. So he says, Ram, I have been telling you continuously, when you are unaware of your awareness, then only you see these thought process, and thought process is nothing but manyness and many names and forms. That is called your creation, that is called your outside world, and it is not really there. It is only some imaginations. Because you are not aware of your existence. When you are centered in your awareness, your existence, you cannot have all these many experiences. Nothing you can have. That's how the world seems to be. There is no world where you are one-pointed. Ramji, I have been telling you all these since long. Again and again you have been hearing me. Why don't you get? Why don't you get experienced? Why don't you experience it? Prabuddha, why don't you get awakened? किस तरह का ज्ञान हो जाने पर जगत चेतन मात्र स्वरूप वह हो जाता है, इस पर कहते हैं what is that state of your being when you see everything as only absolute continuous consciousness? What is that state? How do you get it? Why are you not getting awakened to that state of your being? Why you are always in questions? Why you are not getting that awareness of absolute equilibrium? You are, that's all. There is no question of who are you, how are you, where are you, when are you, what are you. All these questions are not there because you are all alone. You are the absolute one without a second. Why don't you get experience of it? Why don't you get awakened to that level? Again and again we are discussing all this. सब कुछ चारों ओर से शांत चिदाकाश मात्र रूप ही है. Everything, everywhere, everything in all conditions, only awareness pervades everywhere in all conditions. Everything is awareness only. The tree is aware of itself. It is something, some existence only. The tree has got no other quality than the only quality existence. The stone has only existence, the mountain has only existence. All these so-called names or qualities what we get into contact with, all these are not there. Again and again we discuss all these. These qualities are only imaginations. All these changes are imaginations. The reality is only existence, that awareness. Everything is aware of awareness, and awareness is only all-pervading truth. Nothing else is there. Why don't you get established in it? अपने आप ही आत्मा में वह स्फुरित होता है। भूमंडल रूप और दृश्य रूप चित्ती ही है, जो द्वैत एवं एकता से रहित है। This thought process, which is named as subconscious mind, the subtlemost state of the mind, subconscious mind, chitta, only exists as existence. There is no, really there is no manyness as this earth plane or visible world. It is only the awareness. And if you say, if you argue, if you question now, how can you say the stone is aware of itself? How can you say? Have you been the form of stone? Have you experienced the experience of stone? How can you claim that stone is aware of itself, its existence? How can you say it? Is it not the question? How can you say the wind is aware of itself? Does it talk to you? Huh? Have you heard any transaction with air or fire or your water? How do you know? How can you say all these objects are there aware of themselves? My dear, you have to understand. I am not telling that everything is aware of itself. I am telling you are aware, you should be aware of ourselves that you are thinking all these. There is not these, nor there, or nor here, or many. Only you are there. Only you are. You are all alone. You have become all these. You are thinking of all these. When I say the stone is aware of stone, is it stone or I who is speaking to you? It is not the stone who is speaking to you. It is I who is speaking. So I am aware of myself that something is there in my awareness which has got a name and form which is known as stone. That's how I can claim. When I am aware of myself, the whole world is aware of itself. This is my creation. If I don't think, where is the world? If I have no mind, I don't see anything by my senses, where is the world? Neither you nor I. How can you say? Where is the chance for a question? Everything is as it is. You have to keep quiet, understanding your awareness of awareness. You are not accepting yourself. Why so? Why not being awakened to yourself? All these are only thought process. Thought process is nothing but a misbalanced state. Keep quiet, have your balance, and see where is the world. And when again you start getting disturbed, then see with awareness how the process starts and how these many thoughts they go on taking forms. They are getting contact with different things, how the difference gets created. All these you have to see it yourself. All these are thought process, nothing else. Your thoughts. If I am speaking to you, if you are listening to me, then you alone is there. There is no I nor anybody else. You are able to see me means your vision says I am there. How do you know I am speaking to you? You know it. So it is your creation. Whether I am worried of myself or not, that is different. Be worried for yourself. The whole trouble is, this world we are busy in others, we never think of ourselves. That is the whole trouble. That is the root cause of our misunderstanding, our worries, our sorrows of the world, problems, our misfortune, our problems. We are always worried of others, and those others are to be accepted. It is you only. You have created those others outside you, which is within you. It is not there outside. 101 times we have discussed it so clearly, so elaborately, with all these examples. Why don't you wake up to this level of consciousness? There is nothing outside you. You are only outside and inside. Outside and inside, only you are there. Your questions are in you only. It is not the question of others. There is no others except you. And you have become all these many. Be aware. और ये जो इतना सब भूमंडल रूप और दृश्य जगत ये सब है, ये सिर्फ मन का विकार है और कुछ नहीं. जैसे वैडूर्य आदि मणि कुछ व्यापार न करती हुई भी स्वभावतः शुक्ल पीत आदि किरणों का निर्माण करती है, वैसे ही चिदाकाश भी कुछ व्यापार न करता हुआ भी इस जगत का स्वभावतः निर्माण करता है. How beautiful example. See? He said, that's how it is said, golden story of golden rock. Gold does nothing, but it emanates the rays of golden color outside it without doing anything. It is automatic. It's a nature. He is giving the example by Duriyamani that what is it called? Some jewels Many kinds of jewels are there, say diamond or crystal or other jewels are there. They are colored and valuable, glittering stones. They are very valuable. So just like gold, emanates its golden rays outside it without doing anything. It is by itself. Now the sun is not spreading its rays by some instrument, by bulldozer or by some machines. It is not spreading all its rays all around it. It is natural. This is called nature. Its nature is light. Does sun take some trouble to spread its rays all over the universe? It is but natural. Similarly, all these different kinds of jewels. And so also in the case of the awareness, existence, absolute. The absolute truth is such, it creates all these by its own nature, all these resembles, all these reflections, they solidify, they are seen within itself. So many times we have discussed it, just as the round mirror is reflected in the mirror itself, the lenses are reflected in the lenses. When many lenses are there in the wall, they are opposite walls. The lenses are reflected in the lenses in the form of reflections. Reflections are reflected in reflections. Because of its magnifying quality, it belongs to it. It is its nature. Because of its nature, it is seen within itself in many forms. Similarly, this chitti, the universal, pure, primordial energy, which is nothing but the nature of the Absolute. Its nature is to multiply and resemble or reflect like this. It is nothing other than the absolute truth. जैसे बड़ी रमणिया दी और फिर नेति नेति इत्यादि श्रुति का पर्यालोचन द्वारा उपसंहार करते हुए कहते हैं क्योंकि चेतन रूप आत्मा न कुछ करता है और न अपना असली स्वरूप छोड़ता है, इसीलिए न तो वह नित पाषाण आदि मय मृत पाषाण आदि मय महितल कुछ है और न मनोमय ही कुछ है. He says, my dear Ram, this self, the supreme self, the absolute existence, the Supreme Self, neither it does anything, nor it forgets itself, nor it remembers anything, nor it thinks of anything, nor it becomes anything. It is as it is. It was as it was. There is no time. We cannot say it is or it was or it will be. There is no such words. All these words, tenses have got no meaning. The absolute existence exists in all conditions. Only one without a second. It appears as all these within itself to itself. It sees itself. There is no other seer than himself. When you are questioning means he is there. It is his question. And if you are breaking your head, it is he who is breaking its head, and nobody is breaking its head. There is no head, nor tail to break anything or to join anything. Only the words are floating in the air which has got no meaning. All these words have got no meaning. Nobody is telling the absolute existence exists. Neither it exists, nor it doesn't exist. All these have got no meaning at all. This conscious, aware, absolute truth or the Supreme Self has got to do nothing. It does nothing. It has not become anything. Your so-called world or creation has got no meaning. Meaningless words. If I say, I have created so many hairs on my skin, what do you understand by it? I have created the salties, white gums inside my nose. I have created it. So nice, tasty, salties. What does it mean? I have created myself. This has also got no meaning. No meaning. And finally, when we come to our language has got no meaning. This language is nothing but some sound. Sound has got no meaning. It goes on getting imbalanced, and some waves they clash against each other, and they are called language or meaning of it. If the wind gushes, some sound we hear. In the lonely, dense forest, nobody will be there. We hear some gushing sound of the wind. What is the meaning of it? Does it tell anything to you? Does it complain anything? Or does it feel it is all alone in the jungle? What is the meaning of that gushing sound? Nothing. Similarly, what we speak of all these thought waves, all these names and forms, all these experience of the earthly body, all these have got no meaning at all. Ram, how many times I have told you? All these are only some meaningless thought waves. निरंतर चिदाकाश ही महातल के सदृश भासता है। तल भाव शून्य चिदाकाश ही अपने स्वरूप में स्वभावतः निर्मल तल होकर स्थित है। There is no labels of existence. Sometimes we discuss on it some different labels of existence. Lok, we are talking about Lokalok Parvat, the mountains of directions, different directions. There is no directions, there is no mountain or heights or lowness, nothing. All these, they are only some imaginary words, meaningless words. So what to say? This baseless or labelless, there is no label of any existence. Everything exists by itself. There is no label on what label it does exist. No such question, no such meaning. Lokantar, there are different labels of existence, realms of existence. All these are meaningless terms. Everything is in one label. There is no difference. One label only, one label of existence which exists endlessly, beginninglessly at all time by all means, which is beyond all these and which exists by itself. Causeless cause, baseless basement, proofless proof. क्या समझे? नेति नेति इत्यादि श्रुतियों का पर्यालोचन द्वारा प्रसंगार करते हैं, क्योंकि चेतन रूप आत्मा न कुछ करता है और न अपना असली स्वरूप छोड़ता है, इसलिए न तो यह मृत पाषाण में महितल कुछ है और न मनो में ही कुछ है. So this ever awareness of awareness, this supreme self neither does anything nor it not does anything. Neither it gives up its existence, nor does it exist. So, on this basis, There is no such earth level of existence, or there is no such mental level of existence. There is no some solidity or some subtleness. Nothing is there. All these only imaginations. We always discuss all these subtleness, thoughts of so subtle manner, they get repeated again and again, they get grossified, and in the end they take a form. We give the example of oxygen and hydrogen. They get together and they become the particles of water, and then water becomes ice, ice becomes solidified charcoal, charcoal once becomes the diamond. See how subtle state becomes gross in the course of time by the way of repetition. So all these are only a type of thoughts. There is no subtleness, there is no grossness. Who is going to be repeated again and again? What? No such things. So this is the process of negating. Nothing is there, neither your subtle thoughts, nor gross thoughts, nor subtle existence, nor gross existence, nor different levels of existence, nor this earth, nor water, nor these five elements, nor these five units of senses. Nothing is there, all these are only some imbalanced waves, and these waves are imbalanced means there is no imbalanceness, only the existence exists as it is. Waves in the water means it does not mean there is something different from wave. Waves I see in the water, it doesn't mean water has become something other than water. It is, wave means water. Water is always water in all conditions. Wave, the water has not been changed into anything. It is simply, this is called misunderstanding. Water cannot be imbalanced. Water cannot have waves. Water is water in all conditions, at all time, at all cost. Water is water. It neither changes into waves, nor bubbles, nor there is any change in it. It remains as it is. There is no depth of water, or clarity of water, or thickness of water, or pressure of water. Nothing is there. Water is always water. Similarly, the Supreme Self, it exists in all conditions as it is. There is no other things than it which we can talk or we can discuss about it. क्या समझे भाई? समझ में आ रहा है? निरंतर चिदाकाश ही महितल के सदृश भासता है. That absolute consciousness only It appears as the earth plane, tal bhav sunya. There is no basement devoid of all these thoughts. चिदाकाश ही अपने स्वरूप में स्वभावतः निर्मल तल होकर स्थित है. It is absolutely pure existence of existence, which is base for every basements, which is support for all the supports. It is absolutely pure, which has got no difference in itself. It is all the same at all cost. प्रसिद्ध यह यथास्थित जगत और धारणा कल्पित जगत दोनों एकमात्र आत्मा का स्वाभाविक स्फुरण मात्र ही है. अंततः निर्मल चिदाकाश ही भेद में प्रवेश कर रहे स्वभाव के बल से, यानी माया बल से भूमंडल सा बन करके स्थित है. He says, there is no such thing as earth plane, or there is no such thing which I saw on the earth differently, different mountains, rivers, animals, and all these what I explained, what I narrated poetically to you. All these are not there. Only the absolute silence, the self, remains as it is. There is no different planes of existence. चित्ती के विवर्त भाव में धारणा कल्पित, समाधि कल्पित भूमंडल और यह प्रत्यक्ष भूमंडल दोनों ही समान है. ये कह रहे हैं यह प्रत्यक्ष भूमंडल और वह धारणाकालीन भूमंडल दोनों ही महाचित्ती के स्वरूपभूत होकर ऐसे स्फुरित होते हैं जैसे आपका स्वरूपभूत स्वप्न नगर होकर स्फुरित होता है. He says, what I was telling you as my power of concentration, I was thinking of the earth. I became the earth and I saw all those different creatures on my body. All these are only thoughts. Neither this real world is real, nor all these thought waves are real. It is neither I felt all these, nor I didn't see anything. Only the existence exists as it itself, absolutely purely. Nothing has happened, anything. Understood? Mahachitti, the absolute self, it appears as all these, whatever I told you, just as you see your dream objects in waking state also sometimes. When you remember your dream in waking state, how does it appear to you? How do you see all those? Where from? Where do you see all those dreamy objects, what you saw in the dream at night? Now you are awake. Where are they? Whatever you are seeing now in your waking state, which were in the dreamland, where are they now? But yet they are there before you. What will be their state of existence? No such things. यह प्रसिद्ध भूतल चिदाकाश मात्र रूप है और मेरी धारणा से कल्पित भूतल भी चिदाकाश मात्र रूप है, परंतु वह जो भासता है उसमें कारण है अज्ञान पहेत आत्मा का ज्ञान हो जाने पर तो यह दोनों भूमंडल कहीं पर भी नहीं रहते हैं. I was thinking some earth in my thoughts, and you are in some earth. And the absolute consciousness thinks of some earth. Are they different from each other? The earth is earth, there is no earth plane. It is only some imagination which has got no existence. All these different existence of consciousness or your one-pointed mind or your restless mind, they are all the same. There are no such earth planes anywhere. श्री राम जी भूत भविष्यत और वर्तमान काल में होने वाले त्रैलोक्य का समस्त भूत जाल केवल भ्रांति रूपी है. वह संकल्प जैसा है वैसे ही समता ठीक मनोराज्य से की जा सकती है. Just as you go on imagining your beautiful ideas which has got beautiful shapes and sizes in the sky. In the sky, skyscrapers, multi-hundred-storied buildings you create in the sky. In the imagination, have they got any foundation? Are they founded somewhere? And when they are, how are they? Where are they? How long they will be? Is there any such things we can ask about all those imaginations? Similarly, all these worlds, your earth or my becoming the earth, dharana, your so-called meditation or your so-called yogic practice, they are all meaningless. Meaningless thought waves which are not there, which are not there. It is only the absolute existence. Everything is whatever we have discussed till now, or we shall discuss afterwards, or whatever you understood, whatever I told you, everything is some imagination, something meaningless something. हे प्रिय, जो हो चुके हैं, जो होने वाले हैं, तथा जो वर्तमान में है, वे सभी भूमंडल सर्वाधिष्ठान होने के कारण सर्वसाधारण भाव को प्राप्त आत्मसत्ता के ही स्वरूपभूत हैं, यानी आत्मसत्ता से अलग नहीं है. Whatever universes had been there, are there, or will be there, they are not different from each other, or they are or not there. They exist in one thing only. They are because of the truth is there. Something is there which is absolute truth. We name it. Because of the existence, all these exist, whether they are thought waves or imaginations or solid forms or names or reality or unreality. They are existed because of the absolute existence. They exist because of existence. Only existence exists, nothing else exists. Whatever I was thinking, I was such and such. I found myself as the earth body, and I saw in my body all these different beauties and all these creatures. All these are only my existence. Because I was telling you all this, I was experiencing. That is, I was only. Why are you telling all this? Whether you see this tree, which is called mango tree, see the leaf, it is mango leaf. See the fruits, mango fruit. See the flowers, mango flowers. See the wood, mango wood. The root, mango root. Everything, everywhere, only mango pervades, but there is no leaf, there is no flowers or fruits or branches or sub-branches. Only mango exists. Existence is mango. Everything is named after mango only. So see the common factor. Other things are subsidiary. They are not there. Only mango persists. Mango exists. Mango is everywhere. Whether it is a seed or a fruit, it is all the same. Mango is. The existence exists, or all other things do not exist. वे सत्ता सामान्य रूप से है. Everything, all these imaginations, they have got same level of existence. इसी कारण वे और उनके भीतर विद्यमान सब वस्तुएं my he who, because all those creatures in that golden rock or whatever I thought as the earth, or I was telling about the dissolution of that beautiful universe, all these everywhere only I was present. Only I was present. Without I, there was no all such things. यूं धारणा बांध कर मैंने मन से उनका अनुभव किया और साक्षी दृष्टि से निश्चेष दर्शन भी किया. I experienced all these things and I was imagining all these things just as a witness. Sitting in that my lonely kutir in the corner of the sky. Hey Ramji, Chaitanya Roop, Chinmat Roop, जरावस्था से शून्य यह जो परमात्मा तत्व ही अबोध काल में अपने शुद्ध रूपता का परित्याग न करके ही यथास्थित इस समस्त जगत को मानो सदरूप बनाकर धारण करता है. ज्ञात हो जाने पर तो वह कुछ भी धारण नहीं करता. यही इसकी मुक्ति है. He says, oh my dear Ram, take it for granted that old man, because of its old age, who is the old man? The absolute truth. Because it is the eldest of elders, eldest of elder than eldest, greater than the greatest, and smaller than the smallest. That absolute self, because of its old age, it was thinking such things, and it stopped thinking. That's all you can take for granted. The old person, because of old age, it was thinking like that, and then stopped thinking. That's all. जो चिन्मय रूप, चिन्मात्र रूप जरावस्था से शून्य यह. अच्छा, neither it gets old age, nor it is ever young, nor it has got any age. This way also we can mean it. And Paramatma Tattva, that absolute existence, abodh kala mein, in the state of unawareness, अपने शुद्ध रूपता का परित्याग न करके, without giving up its purity, it thinks of all these words without being impure. It thinks of all these, and it thinks as if it holds all these in itself. And in reality, there is no such things. If the sky thinks, oh, I am diseased by these fogs, morning fogs. We see sometimes the sky is foggy and no clarity is there. So sometimes this guy thinks, oh, I have got a disease. It is nothing but invisibility of fog. It is spread over all my body. I am diseased. After some time, it forgets also this. That means there is no fog afterwards. Similarly, we can say, if the sky says, oh, my beauty, I am how beautiful blue is, what blueness I hold. Meaningless blueness, there is no color as blueness. But yet if it thinks, if the rainy season mountain thinks of its, gets proud of its greeneries, what to say? Where is the greenery? And how does it hold these greeneries? Meaningless thing. Similarly, take all these stories. Stories are stories, meaningless.
Maybe one thing is, truth is this simple, then why did Rishi Munis complicated with writing so many scriptures, gods and stories, religion? Why didn't they stick with this simple version?
Because of you. Because of you. What to do? Because you break your head.
Because of scripture, Swamiji, we read so much now. Like
That day some lady came from South Africa. She was sitting here, she was complaining. Swamiji, what are you doing here in this dense forest? Why don't you come to the society and do something, uplift the uh, social welfare, do something social standard, do something for the society. What are you doing here? You are doing nothing for the society. Are you not parasite? What are you doing? I said, I do nothing, my dear. I am a parasite, no doubt. I do nothing. I cannot do anything. But how did you come here? Why? From Africa you came here. Who brought you here? How did you come here? I did nothing. What for you have come here? Who brought you here? You fool. People who are sitting in the dark caves of Himalayas, they do everything for the society. They are the real doers. And you think you are doing something. Huh? This is how they are doing nothing. They have done all this meaninglessly. But that meaningless job is for you only. You don't understand this meaninglessness. When you understand it is meaningless, then their job is well done. They have done it meaninglessly. At least you have to understand it. What to do? Hari Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। जोगवशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि